Hey, I'm Steve from This Week with Cars, and today I've got this 1958 Porsche 356a Convertible D. And this thing's been sitting for probably 20 or more years and doesn't run, so let's see if we can get this thing running. Okay, let's check out in the trunk. There is no battery, so we're gonna need a battery. It looks like the trunk hinges are not working properly. These should catch when I release on it. So I'm gonna need a battery, and I'm going to need a hood stay. Let's take a look in the engine bay to see what we see there, see what we're gonna need. Okay, everything looks pretty good. Looks like it's in place here. Nothing's missing, nothing's really dirty. It's a good thing that the air cleaners were still on the carbs with it sitting this long. Let's pop off the cap. Take a look in there. This car still has a points ignition. The distributor cap has a little bit of corrosion on it, but it's not bad. And the points actually don't look too bad either, but I'll get a points file and clean those up. What I need to do is get a wrench and see if this engine even turns over. Okay, I went and grabbed a 30mm wrench. I'm going to try to turn the engine over. Yes, and it is free. So I'm going to put the camera down and I'm going to turn this engine over for a full rotation. I've got a 6-volt battery that I'm going to throw in here. I'm not going to connect the ground to it just yet. I know that the fuel intake of this car is terrible, so I'm going to disconnect the feed to the fuel pump so that it can't pump any of the bad fuel into the carburetors. My plan was to connect another tube to the inlet of the pump, and that way I could put my fuel bottle on it, but I didn't have a fitting that was the same as this one, so I took the pump off and put a rebuild kit in it. Now this pump should be good to go. The fuel tank on the car was complete rubbish. You could tell just by touching it. It's almost paper thin. It's amazing that it was holding any fuel in it. Taking the cap off, the cap was also rusted and broken. If you take a look down in there, it's pretty gross and nasty, and you can really smell it. So I've got a new tank installed. I used a new sender as well, brand new cap, and I've blown out the lines back to the engine. So we should be able to get fuel to the engine now. The battery has been sitting on the charger. Let's make sure it's in neutral. Let's see if this thing cranks over now. Lights do come on, so that's a good sign. Okay, the engine does turn over. Okay, let's give it a go and see if it starts. See, the car is running, but it's leaking fuel from both carburetors, but it actually sounds pretty good. Well, that's pretty cool that the old Porsche runs. I'm going to have to order some rebuild kits for these carburetors. After that, I'm sure I'm going to have to go through the entire brakes on it. I doubt that any of that works. If you want to see more videos like this, click the subscribe button and comment below.